Okay, so I just sent a message on Discord. Everything is recorded as usual, and we'll stream it back. I mean, we'll send a recording stream on LinkedIn and YouTube next week, same day, same hour. The one who just would like to check the recording, and then it will be stored on our GitHub channel. So welcome everybody to this community meeting number 39. I'll show you as well. Let me share my screen where you can find all these community meetings. Plus, before we start, a few updates on Microcks activities. So this is just, the Microcks YouTube channel. If you click on live, you'll see all the previous recording. And next week, same day, same hour, you'll see the number 39. So thanks for joining. Very happy to have a few folks with us today, and especially we'll have Destiny with us today. We're gonna showcase, explain what he's working on the mentorship program term 2, and especially the Microcks CLI. Thanks for Arch as well, who join us. I think Destiny and Arch are working with Vishnav as well very, very closely because everybody, and especially Arch and Vishnav, are mentoring Destiny on this, let's say, specific sub-project. And maybe just before we start, a few stuff that I would like to highlight. I've say a few words last time regarding that, but I will attend API Days India mid of August. They're starting to create the agenda and so on, and that's a talk are going to do related to MCP, mainly focus maybe not that much on Microcks this time, but more our second project, which is Reshaper. But feel free to join us if you're local. And as I said previously, I'm already happy that I've been able to share a few free pass for some of you. If you need a free pass, if you are planning to attend and be in Bengaluru for API Days India, please contact me. I still have some pass to share, and more than happy to help anyone who would like to join the community. And that's also a very, let's say, good opportunity to maybe have face-to-face conversation with local community and do specific conversation related to Microcks, Reshaper, and all the stuff we are all working on and contributing to on, let's say, the open source way. That's what we all love. Another point, and maybe Arsh, that's also something on which we can discuss live if you want, is regarding the shout out that we have had. I think it was today. I share it
Yes.
on LinkedIn, which is this thanks from KCD Lima in Peru. We have, let's say, these communities, we are all friends, and we have more and more friends on a monthly, yearly basis, especially when we attend KubeCon, have on board more contributors and so on. So I'm very happy to have been able, let's say, to support them. Not say that we have done that much, to be honest, but we shared some of their event announcement. Promoting, helping the others to promote on social is something easy to do, but it's clearly something that is very helpful for all the community. That's also why I'm sorry for that I'm always sending a lot of messages on Discord, try to, let's say, share what we are, but we would like ideally to amplify. So feel free, remember, share, like, comment if you want. That's always helpful. So that's what we have done for KCD Lima. And I've been in touch with the organizer as well, and we have been able to send them a few stickers as well, Microcks and Reshaper stickers, and look like that they've been very happy about that because it's easy stuff that we can do, especially if we have a sticker budget for this kind of KCD events. And more than happy, and thanks to them as well for promoting the product, which is very, very helpful for all of us. And due to that, Arsh, I've had a question on me, he sent me a DM on another KCD. So maybe tell us, Arsh, because that's the opportunity to discuss and share all together and see. And again, as usual, if we can help any other event, any good initiative, we are always happy to do it. Budget could be an issue, but let's see and let's share what we can do all together.
Yeah, so like I just saw your post on KCD Peru, and then I thought like why not with the KCD Gujarat, because like it's just going to happen in a couple of months in Gujarat, right?
Yeah.
So that's why like I was not sure like what's we are actually offering to them as a community partner, because like maybe like the thing is like I have been part of some of the events, and as a community partner they want some of the like some of the things like shout out in their community, and like posting from their accounts and something like this, right? So that's why I was asking to Yasin like what we can do, what they are expecting from us, and like based on that I can talk with the KCD Gujarat people. I know the organizers, and then I can talk with them.
That's very cool. And clearly and usually, at least my experience and what I can share with you regarding this type of event, as a community, let's say, I'm not going to say sponsor because we cannot unfortunately help them and
Yes.
spend money on some, but usually the best way to help any KCD, any cloud native event is first to do a talk. And if anyone can do a talk, then of course we'll be more than happy to help, promote the talk, promote the speakers, promote also, and of course, the event. So that's what we will love to do. And if we can, and if we cannot, let's see, trying to amplify and help them to amplify is always something we are happy to do. And also, if we have stock for this purpose, we can send stickers of the product we are working on. And usually it's something that, attendees really like and enjoy when they are going to any KCD and event. So I don't know if you are planning to submit a talk, Arsh, first of all, or if anyone that you know would like to do a talk on Microcks or Reshaper or anything related ideally to Microcks, because that's a Microcks community meeting. And then let's think about how we can help each other, let's say, and more than happy to support this initiative, clearly.
Yes, sure. I'll talk with them first. What's their expectation, and then based on that we can do the things like whatever they want, or at which extent we can agree on the certain things.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. Keep me posted, and let's see what we can do for this event. As I said previously, the Indian community is really growing like skyrocket, which is amazing and great. So more than happy to help any event or meetup or whatever in the India big country that you are representing. So that's very cool. Okay.
And one more thing from my side regarding the API days, like as a API days alumni, I also got one free pass, but I'm not sure about my schedule yet. So if someone wants, I can basically I can give them as a volunteer basis. So if someone wants, they can message me as well. If they want to go, I can give my pass.
That's cool. And in case you can join us, please keep it. And
Yeah, sure.
I still have some
I'll
free pass.
I'm trying to. The thing is like Bangalore is a bit far from where I'm living, and like it's like basically it take time to travel there and get the schedule done. So that's why I'm like not sure yet, but we'll definitely try to come.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's a big country, and I know that taking the train is can take quite a lot of hours. So, all right.
And
So, yeah.
like actually, the thing is like funnily like with this whole war scenario, as the petrol prices are getting hiked, airfare is also hiked, and it's hard to get trains in India, literally. But I would I would prefer air flight, but now as the prices are hiked, then the tickets are also get hiked. So that's the
Yeah.
issue as well.
Yeah, I can clearly imagine. Yeah. Yeah. API days India, that's should be easier, let's say, for the one who are in the Bangalore area. And if it's your case, reach out. I think I've already spent, I've been able to, maybe we'll have around 10 free pass shared already, which is great. And happy to meet, all the Microcks community lovers, contributors, and fans. And let's see how it's gonna happen, because it's always a huge amount of surprise, and that's also what we like. So that's cool, very cool. Then I think we can, let's say, make it light regarding Microcks activities and so on. I don't know, Arsh or Vishnav or anyone, by the way, if you have anything specific to share related to the project. You know that Laurent is in PTO at the moment. We'll be back next week, so should be live, or Laurent should take over for the next community meeting in 2 weeks. And we have decided something that we have shared on Discord, but mainly due to the huge amount of activities on the next release, to postpone, the next Microcks release. Should be able to release it in August, let's say. But for the one who don't know, and if you remember, the next release is full of core, framework and stuff like that upgrade, which have generated quite a lot of regression, a lot of bugs, and a lot of tests, mainly due to the fact that the full stack more or less has been upgraded at the same time. That's why we need more time to, let's say, be sure that the end-to-end test, all the unit tests, and all the stuff are rock solid, let's say. We don't want to disappoint the adopters. So let's postpone for the best of all.
Yeah. And for the update, like on the CLI or the current Menti project on which we are working, I would say Destiny has put a lot of effort on that. We already have crossed the midterm evaluation. It's done. It's submitted by Vaishnav, and I think the results are also declared.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the great effort by Destiny. And then the main thing is like amazing product feature idea from the Vaishnav as well. Like Vaishnav has raised a tremendous feature idea for the VS Code extension for the dry run feature. And almost half of the work is done on the CLI part is done. Now the next part will be the extension on extension which we are working. Vaishnav can share more. And then of course Destiny will go through the demo as well. So that's the main part, and I want to thank both of these guys. Like they are putting a lot of effort on this and making this success. So, thank you.
Yeah, that's very cool, and thanks you guys for all of the hard work. I'm, let's say, to be honest, trying to follow all the issues, but it's moving so fast these days. But it's let's say, it make me happy and fun, because it's a lot of effort, a lot of changes, and a lot of tests all around, especially on the CLI itself. So I think the next release of the CLI will be really something with a lot of improvement, which is amazing, and that's very, very cool. And then what we have decided to do for this meeting, and especially if you have seen the announcement, is to let's say, give the opportunity to Destiny to clearly explain what he worked on. Maybe do a demo, whatever you would like, Destiny. The floor is yours, and you have all the rest of the hour for showcasing, let's say, all the good stuff that you have started to do. It's just midterm, but started to do as a mentee. And again, like Arsh and Vishnav have said, we really thank you for that. That's very cool. So floor is yours, and let's show us.
Yeah, thank you, Yasin, Yash, and Flash. So, I'll share my screen. I just put a little presentation together of what we've been working on so far on the mentorship, and also progress we've made and what we aim to achieve at the end of the program. Can I share? I hope I can share.
Yes, you should have access to that. I think there's no restrictions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I have access. Share my entire screen. Let's give it permission. Okay. Yeah, I think I can see that.
Yeah. We
yeah,
can see your screen now.
Okay. So, okay. So, I mean, for the next couple of minutes, I just want to talk about the problem we're trying to fix, what we've shipped, during the process of this, what we discovered, and how we are improving them, and how it benefit the adopters, right? So our adopters. So, yeah, for the next couple of months, for the LFX mentorship. So I've been mentored by Arch and Vach, and also I think Yasin John, our cousins, and yeah, and Laurent also. But the idea is to move the CLI from just testing locally to your CI and also to your editor, right? So what we have before was for you to use the CLI, you need to spin up a Microcks saver separately. You need to configure your key clock credentials. You need to import your artifacts and point it to the test you want to test with it. And also you have to wire your endpoint. So that was like up to like 4 steps or more to use the CLI. But what we've introduced in the first part of the work we are doing is the idea of be able to run it in an isolated system like a dry run, right? So we introduce a flag for dry run where you can just use the dry run, like pass the dry run flag and the artifact you're testing against. Then you don't need to set up you don't need to spin up a separate saver or even import any key clock credentials. So the dry run will automatically get the Microcks built-in native container and use it to against your saver, right? So if this is your saver running on localhost or your endpoint, so it's compare it against the artifact that you are comparing it against. So if there is a drift, it also reports it in a failure mode, right? Then, so what we brought together was, first of all, we added an extra flag to wash. So basically, for every if you don't pass the wash flag, it just runs your API against the artifact that you are checking it with, right? It's on it once. But if the wash flag is added, for every time you update the artifact, it also re-import and rerun the dry run container to check if your contract is matched or not. Then also you can, so there was a local host issue where it's we are not connecting to the Docker container we are using, the host. So that we're also able to resolve that. And also you can stop it, right? You can stop the process, the dry run process, even midway, and there will be no container running. There will not be any so it stops the container, so you don't have any orphan container running on your system, right? So once you stop it, it also tear it down. Then we support both Docker and Podman. So, but Docker by default, but you can always pass the driver you want if you are using Podman or Docker. So there is no key. Again, like we said, the native Uber image we are using does not need the key clock authentication, and it's also ready. Like so, it waits for the saver to finish running before it starts, right? So because the native Uber will be the one to spin up the saver under the root. So before it starts comparing your theft with the contract, it waits for the Microcks saver to complete before it starts the contract, right? So an example is this is an example of a washed type of dry run where the first time if the artifact you are comparing with that now I'm using openapi.yaml and it match your own let's say your endpoint, the API, your response that you are returning. So it shows that the test passed and you can see that it passed, right? But if you edit it, so now if it's in a wash mode, it doesn't close the container, that the ephemeral microcks that is running inside the Docker. So it's running inside the Docker and is listening at this port. So if you change the artifact, maybe you change the type from number to string when your price is expecting a string. So it flags it and show you that the test failed, and you can point and see where it's failed. So that's like the dry run.
That's very convenient because I think for the dry run, then you can iterate during your development lifecycle only by using the dry run mode to test in isolation and locally before moving maybe the Microcks CLI on a CI or to end-to-end test and so on. So yeah, that's very convenient. And you can also import, I think, a secondary artifact as well to test, because that's something that adopters really enjoy. The fact that they can test using more or less a bundle of examples provided by multiple secondary artifacts.
Yeah,
that's great.
Thanks. So yeah, you can, like you said, you can pass extra flags to update the artifact you want if you're not using the default one that was provided. So so what this gives us is to make it trustworthy enough for CI. Like Yashin said, so you can iterate locally before you add it on your CI to cache this read time. So it's from what we've done, so it's like I mentioned before, it starts the Microcks you get the Microcks server to start running first before it's run against the container. Then also, since you are not passing any secret, so none of your secret is being leaked to the CI logs or HTTP response. And also, we introduce a new error handling or more of a standard way to handle errors, so it doesn't there's no panic across every part of the CI, even if so you don't have a lot of false negative, right? So we made it more standard, and with the different code you can know, okay, this is what is this is the cause. Maybe it's a flaky test, or it's a real cause that you need to actually look into. Then also, again, this work together, so there's no shallow errors, and the errors the washer actually showed you the error instead of just silently proceeding. That may what the cause. So some of the exit code we introduced was those that exist before, like the 0s to 2, and extra 11, 12, 13, 14, and we also documented all of them on the docs part where you can see what the error is, right? So you can know if it is a flaky error, maybe like the environment runtime you set was not, you are trying to run it on a Podman environment, but you don't have a Podman machine run. So you can see it's a container runtime issue, or the image you are passing is not the correct image. So this can help you guide the way you handle your own error on either your CI or locally, or even on your server. Then, yeah, at this also similar. So what we've tried to do is to standardize the library, right? So the whole panic stuff. I mean, we had a lot of panic and a lot of error being thrown on earlier on the earlier CLI on the, I think, the current release. But what we've tried to do now is to use a similar approach where for every command there is an error that is being returned, and the error is being handled on the main file, and it correctly map the code with the error message, right? So you can know what the code is, and the error message is also clear enough to tell you, okay, this is the error that is coming up. Yeah. So again, like I mentioned, so the commits are every commit assigned, and we have documentation besides all the code and all the commands. Then we also introduce we're also going to introduce CI and also integrated end-to-end tests so that contributors can follow these standards also. And also the runtime, like it works in both Docker and Podman for now, and it's across both Windows, Mac, and Linux, right? So, I mean, what this gives our adopters is it's like you have a faster feedback, right? So you can, with the watch command, you should be able to catch the drifts before you commit to it. And also you don't need to operate a separate Microcks server. So if you just need to use the CLI, you can use the CLI dry run directly without having to set up the Microcks server and also a key credentials. And also with the standard errors and the helper that helps us send you a better feedback, you should be able to drop it in your pipeline, and you should be able to see the exit code, right? So we introduced an different attribute type. Like the one I showed earlier was the default, which is the text mode. But we also have JSON, we have the YAML, and we also have GitHub action, right? So where it actually makes it puts it in a presentable way and annotates the different part for you. So yeah, sounds everywhere. So there's no lock. You can either use your open standard open API or async API. So yeah, this is the one I mentioned earlier. So we also, to make it easier once you move it to your CI, we understood that using a YAML attribute might not really be friendly in terms of look. So we introduce a GitHub action type of attribute where it shows you inline annotation, like you can actually see the line of the file that is failing, right? So if it's this particular line in your spec, you should be able to see it. And at the end of your build, at the end of your build or your CI build, you get a summary. So we utilize the GitHub step summary table that marks both what failed and what passed. So you see a summary of your API on what is failing and what passed. So I think we can get that, but I think I can finish presenting. I'm sure that. So Now the last part is bringing it to your editor. You know, the idea is from your local host, you do the iteration while you test, then that's on your terminal, or if you want to use the terminal, then you can bring it to your CI CD. But if you still want to use it on your editor, let's say your VS Code editor you are familiar with, so we are also implementing the similar to Postman, where you can see the different services as a side sidebar. Then you can operate, like you can fire your mock against you can fire a mock and see the response, like inspect the response and see the drift like right inside your terminal. Then yeah, you can compare the expected and the actual, and you can also run the dry run from your editor. So you can send in the dry run and it shows you the result and shows you in your editor. So that's like the last part of the project. Then so just everything I've talked about. So like a summary is the dry run, you're able to run it without having to start your server, set up some credentials, all those multiple steps, right? You just use the command and it generates it for you. Then we've also standardized the errors and make it more usable. So this is helpful for both adopters and also contributors, so they don't just send print errors everywhere. So you just follow the standard that is defined. Then GitHub Actions are the inline PRO annotation. So for every of your PRO that is coming, so if there is a drift in your PRO, you can see the annotation that says, okay, this particular line does not conform with this your artifact, right? You're expecting a number, but this is a string. So that annotation is there. You also see a summary at the end that shows you what have been completed, what failed, and what passed. And lastly, we also have the VS Code extension. So where you can actually put this on your VS Code and you should be able to do this dry run of everything we've talked about directly from a more graphic user interface scenario. So, and we are going to create a demo walkthrough on how to use all this stuff and also document it on the official website documentation. So
Excellent.
yeah, so I think that's it. Then you can help us test it out and help us also review the PROs. So I could I have a demo with that. So I could demo the dry run now.
We love live demos, so
Yeah. I have I can share my give me a minute. I have to stop. I have to stop this and share my entire screen. So it is visible there. Yeah, let me stop this real quick. Share. Desktop. It's visible, right? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So this is this is example of the GitHub Action CI that I've already run. So you can see the summary here, and you can see the fade contract that drifted. And if you go through each of them, you should be able to see this is the dry run contract, and this is the fade. So this is running and it's running it in GitHub action mode, and you can see it fade. And you can see the annotation, right? It's the reason why it fade and what is expected. So on the test run side, I have a project. On this, I have a Go project, which is just a simple saver. So this is a simple saver that it's a product saver. So it's using a name, description, price. So this is my response that I need. So I'm going to use this against I think we have a sample. Try to open a sample Microcks. A minute. So we have some samples here. So I'm using it on this sample Open API e-commerce spec, which is this product. Right. So basically, it's the types and all is to match what is defined here. What are defined on this product. So just a little bit of explanation here. By default, if I run go on, it's confirmed. It means that the response I'm sending and the artifact I'm testing against are all the same type, right? So, but if I pass in a drift, so you see if I run this, when I'm testing the CLI against it, it's going to show me the error. So I think I'll do both. So I have this, this is a drift running at 301, then this other one. I'll bring this up a bit. So this is running at the same, is running at 300, this is running at tough. So if I run, so I've already built, so this is still local, so you can just do make build local. So you build the Microcks CLI, so this is a Microcks CLI, and you can run it directly from the build, which is what I'm going to do. So directly from the build, I specify tests and specify the flag, which is dry run, and the attribute type. So if I don't specify an attribute type, it's going to default to just text, right? So I can specify the artifact I'm testing against, which is the one I showed earlier from the sample e-commerce folder. Then you can also filter the operations, right? Since this simple Go demo just have only the get up product, but this e-commerce actually have more than get up product. I think it has single and post, but I'm just going to use the single one and name. And also I'm testing 201 is the one that is drifted. Yeah, so we're going to test with the drifted one and an open API schema also test together. So if I run this, it's going to run it and it's going to show me that this is where it is, the product at first index, the price is expecting a string, but it's getting a number, right? But for the one that worked, for the other one, which is, I think I can run it here too, which is 3,000. So you see it passed, and you see because I didn't add a watch, so it immediately opened it, tear it down. And this is, I'm using Docker as the default. So if I need to use a different driver, I just need to specify the driver that I need and specify Podman. And I can also add a watch flag. So you see on the watch, it did not, okay, I can close this. So let me close this one so it doesn't. I don't have to close this yet. Well, okay. So yeah, I think just not close it. Yeah. So you see, let me stop this and take it up. So this is watch, and you see it is the first one. It's live, it matches it. So for every changes I make on this sample, we compute. The other we've been saying, immediately it's finished, it's tear down the container, right? But now the container, if I do a Docker PS, I should see the container still running. And if I make changes to this sample file, I should also see the this.
And one question, Destiny, sorry to interrupt, but here, if you specify secondary artifact and maybe multiple secondary artifact, are you also doing a watch on all the specification or only on the primary?
Okay, I've not tested that, but yeah, the wash is supposed to wash both, so wash all the artifact that follows. Okay, yeah, Arch.
No, I can tell one thing. I think it's mostly on the primary artifact watch, because like when I built the watch for command, it was mostly focusing on the primary artifact. And actually, like we didn't get an opportunity to rest with the secondary artifact as well, because in the UI, like as secondary artifacts basically merge the example with the primary one, right? But in the CLI, we didn't check it, and we didn't get the opportunity. But yeah, that's a nice point to raise, because like we can then get a more idea around that, like how we can do some of the watch configs around the secondary file as well.
Yeah, clearly. But I think usually, and you're right, primary artifacts, that's let's say what we name the easy pass, where you have one, two, or three example per operation, for example, and it's just to be able as a developer to test and do contract testing rapidly, easily. Being able to add multiple secondary artifacts, a huge amount of data set, it's maybe more for the CI or end-to-end test. But we know that there is some adapters who are clearly using the Microcks CLI for this purpose. So maybe something to discuss with the community and think about if it makes sense. But I think could be very valuable as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we can note that. If I come to the code now and to look for this demo, look for the sample. I'll just do that. Open this. So if I to change, say, I think I can change anything. So yeah, I mean, any changes, it just watch for any changes, right? So if I change this to a string, so you see it's recompute it, it's recompute and check your contract against your so it will import the artifact and run the tests. And you can, I think another thing is, because the image has the UI baked with it, so you can also click on this to click on this to
access to UI.
Yeah, to access the UI. So and see this your response here. So I think think that's that. Is there any questions?
Which is nice as well, because here you clearly have Microcks running, and which mean for all the dry run that you are doing, you can also enable live tracing and see and grab information using the open telemetry integration for dry run as well, which is I think very, very valuable.
Yeah.
I think people really enjoy these features and new CLI features clearly, and also in the VS Code extension, because developer love their IDE, and if they can have everything within the IDE, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I mean, the plan going forward is to start working on the VS Code extension.
Yeah.
So the idea is to start from a local repository before why the team is also setting up the account. I think you need to set up the marketplace account on Microsoft and the others, and then we can move it to the Microcks organization repo. Yeah.
That's cool. Great. That's very, very nice. And I think, yeah, love to see what the adopters will think about it and the feedback they can provide, because that's quite a lot of good and nice changes. I think, the watch feature, dry run, that's something that Arch have introduced quite a while ago. But now it's, let's say, moving forward and moving up to the next level, let's say, on stage, which is great. I think you're on mute, Destiny.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. So yeah, it's interesting to see it's coming live. So and then we can do the new release. I think the last release for the CLI was last year. I think Ash can confirm that. So that's 1.19. So we can do a new release for the new feature. Yeah.
Cool. Any comment, question for the people who are live with us today? If not, I think that has been very clear, and I think Destiny, you already have a deck and more or less everything ready for the next blog post, talk, everything like that. I think it's starting well. But good material for the next steps as well. So that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so the next step will be a new release with the watch feature and dry run, which has been answered. That's more or less the biggest part of the next release, not clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And after that, any new features on the CLI itself, or you're going to move directly on the VS Code extension? What's the plan?
No, so after that, it will be directly to the VS Code extension. So there's no new features on the existing ones. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And regarding the CLI itself, when you integrate it within your CI, because I guess you have noticed, on the Microcks UI, on the test, screen, you have a button at the end, at the I think it's orange bottom at the right corner, add to your CI, and then you have a snippet for GitHub, GitLab, and stuff like that. And for people who don't have any of these, they can integrate the CLI, sorry, and we provide a snippet for this purpose. So maybe you will have some stuff to update here as well. I don't know if dry run will become the default mode, by the way, or if we rather prefer to do it live. But maybe that will introduce some changes on this snippet as well, based on the new release you're gonna share.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure, but it's something maybe to think about or test as well.
Yeah, I think I mean, before the new release, we'll most likely have to have a do like another test to go through the new features and also check if we need to update the website, and even if we need to provide maybe a blog post around it. So yeah, I think we'll have to do all those before doing the release so that new adopter doesn't it's easy to use. Yeah, it's easy for you to start.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, very cool. Very cool. That's great, and glad to see that it's moving in the right way and as expected, which is amazing for the community. Excellent. So I don't know, Vishnav, Arsh, if you have any other point related to the mentorship or the CLI to add, anything you would like to share with the community on this call?
Yeah. So talking about this term, we have completed 2 out of the 3 major objectives of our project, and our next focus will be the core part, like as Destiny said, the VS Code extension. So kudos to Destiny for the great progress, and I'd also like to start a discussion about the next mentorship program, and would love to hear our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So I have already shared a few proposal ideas in the mentorship channel, and they still need a community review, and we can say the mentors or maintainers review. And once we have incorporated the feedback and then completed the validation process, then we will try to submit the ideas uh, if it get validated. So I'd like to hear your thoughts, like community. I can see some of the contributors here, say Dolly and Gyan Ranjan. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to hear your thoughts also.
Sure. And something you shared on the Discord mentorship channel already, or not yet? I may have missed something. I'm sorry for that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
already on
have
the
shared,
mentorship channel.
yeah, some proposal ideas, but
Okay.
it's like the topic is mine, but the content is from AI. So it needs validation from the community. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I see the point. Let's bring that and open the conversation on that topic. You were thinking about mentorship term free, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's also something. So Destiny is just finishing term 2, but you've done that in the past. Both of you, Arsh and Vishnav, the one who don't know, if there have been mentorship, LFX mentorship mentees last year, and now they are mentors, which is great. So we already have that question on Microcks CLI next step, because Destiny is doing a huge amount of work and great stuff and so on. But maybe some stuff need to be finalized or new ideas need to keep going. And in any case, all this project and some projects, it's a never-ending story. We always need to maintain, update, and reshape and stuff like that. So let's see which project we would like to submit, and let's see as well who would like to be a mentor of this project, because Arsh and Vishnav know what it is now, and it's taking some time and effort. And Destiny, if you would like to keep going and become a mentor, no rush. Don't want to push on that right and immediately for term free, but think about it, because that's usually a great way to keep going within the Microcks community as well. So I think that's also a call to action to all the community members. Of course, mentees, as soon as we have project, you can apply and ensure that maybe your contribution can level up within the community on the project itself. But we are also always taking care about providing product on which we can provide the right support and mentorship. because for the one who know, Microcks have clearly reached a new gap, the incubating level within the CNCF. So it's also a lot of additional work, more demands from adopters and so on. And we need ideally to have people who are taking the lead on the mentorship steps as well. So happy to discuss about the product, of course, but within the product, we also need to think about the team around it, and especially the mentors who are going to take care about the next steps of this project. And just regarding TEM3, what is the deadline? Because honestly, I've not tested.
I think 18th of August. 18th of August, I think.
Wow, already.
28th.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
20th?
28th of this month. 28th
Okay,
Of
of this
July.
month.
Of July.
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah.
then we are short. Then we
Well,
are
that's short. That's very short. Then in that case, I think we really need to select, if we really want to do it, to select one project like today or two, but also ensure who will take over from a mentor point of view, because that's important. So yeah, I didn't realize that, Vishnav. I'm sorry for that. I didn't realize that it was so short. But yeah, we know it's like KubeCon and the CFP for KubeCon. Sometimes it's 6 months in advance and always hard to catch up, let's say.
Yeah.
All right, so for 27, that's
28th of this month.
28.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's next Tuesday then.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
All right, so my suggestion on that, let's rush on the mentorship channel, especially on the product you have identified, and let's see which of these projects are, obtain, let's say, a thumbs up from the communities. I think can help all of us, let's say, to maybe select the one which seem to be more attractive, more relevant, more useful. And of course, adopters, please vote, because we are all doing all this stuff for the people who are going to use it. So I think, on this project, you have written four projects, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's vote on it, and let's see if we have mentors who would like to support some of them. And of course, I think you can always, if you want to be a mentor, you can always add, let's say, a project you would like to take care about, and let's discuss about it. And let's try to see if we are able to make it for the deadline, which is quite short. So it's also why
the new process.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Means the last process, like we have just we submitted for the term 3 was like we have to make a PR for our projects, like proposals. But the new process is like we have to make the issue. The template is already there, and we have to just put the information. And also I have attended the meeting by the NET and the team. So the discussion was like we can add, means, extra tasks to the contributors or to the applicants, and it will directly there on the portal, as a part of the submission. So
okay,
no, we need some kind of task like for the filtration process as well.
Okay, Mickey.
got means it. That is optional, but we can also do that.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Okay, let's. I'll review what you have shared, and thanks for that. Let's vote on it. Put a thumbs up. I think not necessary to put thumbs down, except if you don't like the project. But let's vote on the one you would like to support, and let's do a call to action to the community to see what makes sense. And clearly, if you would like to mentor that, let us know. And let's see if we can do it. If we cannot do it, I think the next one is TEM4, or it's term one, not term one
term one,
next year.
term one
Yeah.
of the next year.
Yeah, that's the next cycle. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
And
work on
like
that async.
also with the term three, the main challenge would be term three will be the busiest term from you guys because of the KubeCons and multiple events. Like mostly events are going in this term three.
Yeah.
And that's why we had a previously we also had some issues with the term three because the scheduling and all. So let's see how we can manage this.
Yeah, usually the best period for us, but usually for the CNCF community is more project maintenance, let's say more term one, term two. That's why we never submitted for term three previously. Doesn't mean that we cannot do it here, but let's check it out and work on it. And if not, let's postpone. Sorry for the mentees who would like to apply, but we would like to submit projects on which we can really be committed on the fact that we help mentees in an efficient way as well.
Yes, sure.
All right. I think thanks a lot for this community meeting. We're going to close it. As I said previously, we're going to stream the recording next week, same day, same hour. And for the one who would like to join us live like this one, that's going to be in 2 weeks, different for the different time zone. Going to be in the morning for the people in CAT. And see you soon in India for the one who I've been able to catch up with. And thanks a lot, Destiny, for this great presentation. And congrats for all the stuff that you have made so far. Very happy to see the next steps. And please reach out if you are an adopter and give Destiny some feedback. That's very useful for all of us. All right.
Thank you very much, Ashen. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good
Thank you,
day.
everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.